happening? What's happening? 392 Blurred Lines coming right back at you with another quick video. First time coming to the channel, welcome to the channel. For everybody else, hey, you know how we rock. Hey, today, it's gonna be a quick video. I hope. Once again, you hear the noise back in the back. Must be a little chilly out here. Not too bad, a little chilly out here. But you hear the noise back in the back, you know, must be kerosene going. So, hey, brother gotta stay warm if I'm gonna be out here messing around. So, we're gonna get this thing started real quick, fast, and in a hurry. As you can see, I got everything laid out. Like I said, this is gonna be a quick video. Today, I wanna get my alternator mounted. As you know, my brackets, they came the other day. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and get those put on. My spacer, it came. I'm gonna change that out from, this was the one that I had, the little thin 1/8 of an inch one. We're changing it out. I need 3/8. So that's out of here. I went down, I had to buy a few things. The original bolts that I had that were holding my pulley on, the crank, they now, because of having a 3/8 spacer, would be too short. So I had to end up going and get some new bolts. These were the cap head with the Allen wrench head to tighten them down, loosen them up. But they didn't have the ones that I needed. So I went a different route. I went with something a little bit better. I went with the 5/16/18 socket head cap screws. And they are stainless steel. But I will be putting a grade 8 lock washer on the back of them. Because I didn't want to just put that on there and mar up the inside of the pulley. So I wanted to put a lock washer on the back of it, and also that's going to help to lock it, because I'm not putting Loctite on these bolts. So this took 6 bolts, like I said, stainless steel. So I also had to purchase another bolt, which is a 3/8 by 5.5. The ones that I had originally in there, one of them, because of having to put the 2 brackets together, bolts wasn't long enough. So I needed bolts long enough to get in that block, because I want to be holding on to it. And so I did end up having to get another bolt for that. Also, the space that you have between the head and the alternator, there was a space of 1.5 inches. I needed a spacer. Now, they didn't have one spacer that was 1.5 inches, so I ended up getting one that's 1 inch and one that's 1/2 inch. And that's for the bolt for the alternator. But other than that, we got everything needed. Like I said, this gonna be a quick video. Just want to show you guys the process of putting on the alternator bracket and new crank pulley spacer. And we get this thing hooked up. These belts, the belt that goes on this thing should run perfectly true. Once again, the engine plate was a 3/8, so everything moved. Everything had to move 3/8 of an inch. And that even included the length of bolts. So, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see if we can't get you guys set up and see if we can't get this crank pulley put back on and get this alternator put on. All right, so right now, while you got a chance, while I'm setting you guys up, get up from where you're sitting. Run to the fridge, get you a cold snack. Run to the cupboard, get you a dry snack. The cold snack's gonna wash down the dry snack. So you get your snacks and you meet me right back. And we're gonna rock this thing out, all right? Let's do this. All right, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get this bottom pulley put on, and then we're gonna move from there. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna grab that, see if we can't get that put on, and we're just gonna keep it moving. Once again, the pulley, Mancini Racing, MREAR 140. It's a crankshaft pulley spacer. Part number AR 140. That pulley spacer is just going to fit right down inside there. Hose line up, as you can see, hose line up perfectly. So these are supposed to be able to use these also on a big block. So they say. It says for all V8, so hey, I would assume big blocks of V8 as well. So we're gonna take one of these, get started, and that is a 1/4" cap screw. So we're just gonna put that in down here like so. We'll get it started. And then we're gonna throw another one in like so. Just gonna keep it moving. Warm, we're gonna come up out of this. on down. Now, these are the two bolts that need to be removed. I already took these two bolts loose. Upon taking them out, they had the former gasket that I put on the ends of them. Now, best way I found to clean that off, because you're going to put this one you're going to put back in, because this one here, I didn't need to change it out. It's the right length. But this one here, I had to change it out. This is the one that's going to be 5.5 inches. So this one did get changed out. Actually, it's right there. So as you can see, it is longer by 3/8 of an inch. At least 3/8 of an inch. So, had to have a longer one. But as I was saying, I took these out because of the former gasket that was on the ends. To clean that off, just put you a wire wheel in a drill and just turn your drill on and take that wire wheel and just go around it to clean those bolts back off, because you're going to want to put some more former gasket back on these bolts to put them back in there. Now that's at any time you take these bolts out for your water pump, you want to put that former gasket back on them, but you want to clean those bolts off before you do so. So, as you can see, nice and clean. Wire wheel takes that former gasket right off. So there's no problems with that at all. So, but I will be putting former gasket on these as I put this back, as I put this this alternator and the bracket in or on. So we're going to do that right now. All right. This one here. This one will go here. And the other one, along with this bracket, will go here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the former gasket on this one here. Go ahead and get it in, tighten it down. I believe it was 30 foot-pounds. Matter of fact, it was. Torque it down 30 pounds. This one here, I'm not going to do this one yet because this bracket here has to mount to the alternator, so I need it to have some movement in it. So I won't do this one yet. I will leave this one loose. But I put it in here so that it's in its rightful place as to tightening this one down. So we're going to put the former gasket on that. Yes, indeed. I really don't want to get my hands nasty tonight, but you know, I'd have to. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stick this one in here. Just to hold in its place until I get this one taken care of. And I'm not putting a whole lot on it. Clump off the end. I'm not going to put a whole lot on it, but just enough. Spread that on there. As I said, I don't want to get my hands nasty today. I'm just going to do so like this, just to get it down in those threads. See what we're doing here, getting fits. Like so. Is 30 pounds. We're already at 25. Now we're at 30. Snug this down just a little bit, just to hold it in its place. So I can move the bracket so you can see what we got going on here. I want you to see exactly what we got going on here. All right, we want this bracket to move it. Okay, we're gonna take that back bolt. We're gonna run that on through, and we're gonna put our spacers on the back of it, and that's going to be mounting to the head. Started. Just get it started. That's going to help hold it in its position. Now I can let it rest down on that engine plate because she's not going anywhere. And we'll take our other 3/8 bolt and run it through the front. I put a lock washer behind it, and I'm also going to have one on the back side of that nut. Send him right through here. Bracket is going to go back behind the alternator ear. That's how it's going to line up. If you want it to line up, it's not going to line up if you try to put the alternator back behind it. It will not line up. This particular alternator has two pulleys. The pulley on this one that's going to line up with the water pump pulley, and the crankshaft pulley is the pulley in the front. So let that be something to remember. You got a pulley on your alternator that has two. The one in the front is going to be the one that's going to line up, unless by some, if you're using factory brackets. If you're using factory brackets, that is the one that's going to line up. And these are I wanted to go with factory brackets. Okay, now we also have, I did use a cap screw, one of the original cap screws that I had down in the crank pulley setup. I did have cap screws in it. I was able to use one of these same cap screws for this bracket right there with the alternator. And that is for the adjusting, for the tightening down of your belt. You're going to need one of those bolts in there, or a bolt. You're definitely going to need a bolt. Don't have to be specifically one of these kind, but since I had it, I said I'm going to use it. I like the way it looks. It's nice. Hey, that's why I'm riding with it. We're gonna snug this down a little bit more. And having those spacers in there, you can tighten that down, and that baby is nice and firm because it can't go no further than the spacer allows it to go. So you're good there. And you got these in the front. I'm not going to tighten them down too tight because I need to spin it up a little bit. But it's not going to be resting on that engine plate. I'm just gonna lightly tighten this bolt here just to get it off the engine plate. I'm sure it's gonna find its home a little later on, but she's off the engine plate. And we're gonna snug this up a little bit. This bolt down here, I'm not going to put former gasket on it yet because I still have yet to put the belt on and get the belt tightened down where it should be. And in doing that, this moves, it pivots, so this has to pivot as well. If I tighten that bolt down and use former gasket on it now, it's going to be tight, and then it's not going to pivot the way it should. So I'm going to leave this one loose enough to where when I get ready to put the belt on, I can get the belt on, tighten it up, and then I will pull this back out. I'll tighten this up. This way this bracket will stay in its place. I'll pull the bolt out, put some former gasket on it, put it back in, tighten it up, done. But let's see what we're working with. Let's see how it came out as far as how straight it is. All right, so we need a bottom pulley to line up with the water pump along with the pulley on the alternator. And it looks as though we won't have any problem with pulleys. Like pulleys are matching up, so we shouldn't have any problem as to these pulleys. Or as far as the belt, we don't want no belts jumping off. And as I said, I don't want my alternator to rest on the engine plate. And that's how we're gonna ride with it. Now I'll just take possibly a string or a sewer's tape measure, and I'll wrap it around here to get the measurement as to what length belt that I need, and we'll go from there. But other than that, I think that come out pretty good without having to destroy my engine plate like I did the last one. How I cut that big radius in here because I was going to have it down here. I prefer to have it in its original location, which is right there. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. So, boys and girls, that's how we gonna do it today. It's gonna be, like I said, it's a quick, simple video. Got warm in here. I had to turn that heat off. Feels good in here now. Now I could get some work done, but it must be about 11 o'clock. See there? It was 11 o'clock at night. I'm out in the garage. See there? I'm trying to encourage somebody. If you're paying attention, you'll understand what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to encourage you. I'm out here 11 o'clock at night. Got to get up in the early morning, Sunday school. What? I always say it. I'm not an influencer. I'm just trying to encourage somebody to get motivated. I always put it out there. I'm trying to instill it within you. Get out there and do something. Something. That hot rod ain't gonna fix itself. I know you blew a head gasket last summer and you said you was done with it. That's okay. Tear the head out and fix it. All right. I'm gonna quit messing around because, like I said, this is after 11. And I did what I come out here to do. I had to get something done, and that's what I did. So I hope that I've encouraged somebody to say, you know what, that brother out there, he out there in the late wee hours of the night messing around with a car. Yeah, that's all right. Because I want to get it done. I want to drive this thing. 9 years. 9 years is a long time to be waiting to get this thing to where it's at right now. Long time. And hey, patience. It took a lot of patience to get right here, and I'm still exercising patience. So, you guys keep on rocking with me, and before you know it, we're gonna get in here and we're gonna push that button. We're gonna push that button, and we're gonna make some noise. Yes, we're gonna make some. We're gonna shake. We're gonna shake this garage. All right, I had to quit messing around because, like I said, it's after 11. I'm going in the crib, and I'm gonna get comfortable and relax for the rest of the evening. And I'm gonna come out here tomorrow, and I got some more things to do. I can't stop. I gotta keep going. I've been playing the waiting game too long. I got a lot of stuff I need to do. As you see, I got a lot of stuff to do. So just stick with me, and we're gonna get to the finish line together. Unless you're beside me, and I'm gonna try to get there before you. And with all that being said and done, I'm gonna shut this thing down right here. 392 Blurred Lines coming at you. Peace out.